Welcome back, everybody, after our afternoon tea break. And we have with us now the EA Network Shareholders Committee, Robert Newland and Marriott and Tony Potts. Welcome. And just let you know that we're an open meeting still. So what you will be saying could be publicised to the world. So we have a report in front of us which you have pre-circulated. So we have that. So perhaps if you'd just like to speak to that, and then we can take some questions. Welcome. Let's push the right-hand side and the red light will come on. You can have both of them on if you want. Yep.
Well, firstly, thank you to the Mayor, councillors and the staff from Council for the invitation this afternoon. We very much appreciate the opportunity to talk about EA from the Shareholder Committee perspective. We are all very proud to be on the Shareholder Committee. We're excited by the prospects for the company going forward. And we welcome the opportunity to discuss any issues or concerns that the councillors may have in relationship to EA Networks. You would have hopefully read the report in regards to the performance of EA in the last year. Whilst it is disappointing that the profit is back on last year by some $4 million, that's attributed to mainly the increase in staff costs and overheads attributed with day-to-day running of the business and the investment in IT to protect it for the future. There are some issues around or challenges around IT and just its future and securing itself from cyber attacks and so forth. So there's been quite a bit of work on that. It is also pleasing to see that the consumer discount being maintained at $3 million despite those headwinds within the economy. So that's pretty much it is of note to say that the shareholders acknowledge that the resignation of CEO Roger Sutton and somewhat saddened by Roger's notice. And I want to congratulate Roger for his contribution to the business over the last 3 years. Roger has been an excellent CEO and has brought a lot to that business, but onwards and upwards, and we look forward to seeing what the board brings to the future prospects of a new CEO and what he can bring to that business.
Or she. Thanks for that, Robert. Questions, councillors? Councillor Wilson.
It's probably around the diversity of the board, and because you guys appoint some of the board, so obviously, are you happy with how that's panned out? And obviously, you had a new election of directors this year. There was a new one came on, so did you have a lot of people interested in it? And how's that?
We probably sit on two sides. We're bounded by the Constitution, so the Constitution enforces the fact that we're able to have 2 directors appointed from outside the district and 4 from within the district. We find it somewhat easier to get some calibre applicants from outside the district because of the experience that they can gain through multiple governance opportunities that there are obviously outside McKenna-Bree. In McKenna-Bree it's somewhat harder because there isn't those opportunities, and we just need to find a way to create a pathway for directors and governors in McKenna-Bree that will see us have the ability to bring those people into the fold. So there is always 4 on the board of EA, and it is a challenge at times getting enough applicants to be able to pick from. But overall we find that the diversity that we have and the experience within the board bodes very well as it stands at this moment.
Robert, there's just been a election for people around your table. Could you just update us what happened there?
Okay, so we were fortunate to have we had 2 up for reappointment, being Jeanette Maxwell, the farmer representative, and Ian Cullymore. Ian had been on the shareholding committee for 20 years, been chair as 9. Ian opted to stand down after that tenure. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Ian for his time. So we had an appointment that went to election. We were fortunate to get 4 candidates. We had to actively try and promote that opportunity within the district to get those 4. It wasn't just 4 popped out of the woodwork, but we were fortunate, and it was a pretty close run election, and we got Stuart Begg was the candidate that got there just by a few votes. It is disappointing that we only get 12% of the population go to vote and take the time. I think we're probably somewhat lucky that we do get 12%, but it is disappointing that we only get 12%. It would be nice to get a bigger slice of that, and you know, considering the cost and the time and the effort involved in going through that process, it would be better if we could do another process that wasn't so costly for the company, but unfortunately that's where it is, and we're bound by the Constitution, and that's the rules. But looking forward to Stuart and the contribution he'll bring to the shareholding committee.
I just add to that, I've been around the table a little bit longer, and I have to say the calibre on the shareholders committee now is very, very good compared to where it's been. And I probably could say that about the standard of the directorships as well. Pretty happy with where things are at. We can always improve, of course. The challenge for this area is to grow our talent for the people that are probably slightly younger than us in the room. They're not necessarily going to volunteer. We need to try and encourage them to join the IOD and do some internships, e.g. at EA. Maybe there's some other corporates in the area that could actually also be growing some talent. So that's the challenge for our area, not just for EA. So.
Yeah, thanks, Ian. Tony?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just what role does the shareholders committee take in appointing a new CEO? Is it your committee or?
Absolutely not. It's the directors.
Just asking.
But we have had an opportunity today to talk to the board chair about that process, but no, not our job.
Councillors, questions, further questions? No, all seem pretty happy. Thanks very much for the work you do and keeping the board honest and all that work that you do for our community. So well done. And thank you for reporting to us. It's important. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.
That was nice and quick. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Okay, thank you. Well done. Thanks. Councillors, now we'll move into committee, the final part of their meeting. Councillor Brown, Councillor McMillan, moved and seconded. All in favour, please say aye. Carried. Thank you.